Never eat these 12 foods if you have fatty liver. Did you know that fatty liver is an increasingly common condition, largely caused by our lifestyle and diet? Diets high in fast food, sugary drinks, and processed foods are some of the biggest culprits for liver health, directly contributing to fat buildup in the organ. This fat buildup in the liver not only harms its functions, but also raises the risk of serious diseases like cirrhosis and even cancer. In today's video, we'll show you 12 foods that make fatty liver worse, which may be part of your daily routine without you even realizing it. Stick with us until the end to understand how these food choices affect your health and to discover alternatives that can protect your liver, promoting a healthier life. First one is white bread. White bread is made from refined flour, a type of carbohydrate that quickly turns into sugar in the bloodstream. This rapid spike in glucose forces the pancreas to produce more insulin, putting the body into a cycle of sugar and insulin spikes. This repeated process overloads the liver, which stores the excess glucose as fat, worsening the fatty liver condition. In addition to being low in fiber, white bread lacks essential nutrients that help with digestion and blood sugar control. The lack of fiber makes it harder for the body to absorb glucose, directly impacting liver function since the liver has to work harder to process these sugar spikes. Regular consumption of white bread is linked to an increase in liver fat, and over time, it can lead to liver inflammation. This overload can damage essential liver functions, such as detoxifying the body and metabolizing fats, raising the risks of more serious liver diseases. Instead of white bread, opt for whole grain breads made with whole grains. They are high in fiber, help stabilize blood sugar levels, and provide slower digestion, reducing the strain on the liver. 2. French fries. French fries, a popular item on many menus, are high in saturated fats due to the frying process in vegetable oils. These fats are difficult for the liver to metabolize, forcing it to work harder to process them. With frequent consumption, this overload of fats can lead to an increase in liver fat, worsening the fatty liver condition. The frying process also creates inflammatory substances that, over time, directly affect liver health. When consumed in excess, these substances can cause chronic inflammation in the liver, making it even harder for it to metabolize nutrients and eliminate toxins. Additionally, French fries often contain high amounts of salt, which can increase fluid retention and raise blood pressure, putting extra strain on the liver. This cumulative effect of saturated fat and sodium makes French fries one of the most harmful foods for those with or looking to avoid fatty liver. Instead of fried potatoes, go for baked or boiled potatoes, seasoned with natural herbs and olive oil. These options preserve the flavor and texture of the potatoes, but without the saturated fats and negative impact on the liver. 3. Processed cheese. Processed cheeses, like cheddar and American cheese, are high in saturated fats and additives that overload the liver. These saturated fats are hard to metabolize and end up being stored, which worsens the buildup of liver fat. This process can increase liver inflammation and contribute to the progression of liver disease. In addition to saturated fats, processed cheeses contain high levels of sodium and artificial additives that the liver needs to filter. Continuous exposure to these artificial ingredients makes it harder for the liver to perform its detoxifying and metabolic functions. This extra effort can wear down the liver over time, worsening fatty liver. Processed cheeses also contain artificial preservatives and colorings, which are metabolized by the liver. These compounds increase the toxin load that the liver needs to eliminate, weakening its functions over time and making it harder to recover from fatty liver. Opt for fresher, less processed cheeses, like cottage cheese or ricotta, which are lighter and contain less fat and salt. In addition to being healthier options, they provide high-quality proteins with less impact on liver health. 4. Bacon. Bacon is one of the foods highest in saturated fats, which are metabolized slowly and end up overloading the liver. With frequent consumption, these fats contribute to the buildup of lipids in liver cells, worsening fatty liver and increasing the risk of inflammation. In addition to being high in fat, bacon contains high levels of sodium and chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These compounds can be toxic to the liver, which has to process them to protect the body. This process can cause oxidative stress, damaging liver cells and making it harder for a compromised liver to recover. The combination of saturated fat and preservatives makes bacon a harmful choice for liver health, especially for those already dealing with liver issues. This extra strain on the liver can weaken its ability to filter toxins and metabolize fats. Replace bacon with lean proteins like turkey breast or grilled chicken, which provide protein with low fat content and are much easier for the liver to process. 5. Soda. Sodas, especially those sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, are major offenders when it comes to liver health. Fructose, when consumed in excess, is processed directly by the liver, which turns the excess into fat. This buildup can lead to increased liver fat, worsening the fatty liver condition and raising the risk of inflammation. In addition to fructose, the sugar in sodas causes spikes in blood glucose and insulin, overloading the metabolism. This constant response to glucose spikes requires extra effort from the liver to balance sugar levels, compromising its other functions. Over time, this can lead to an inflamed and overloaded liver. Sodas also contain artificial ingredients, such as colorings and preservatives, which add toxins to the body. The liver has to filter these substances, wearing down its cells and increasing the strain on the organ. This combination of sugar, fructose, and additives makes soda one of the worst options for those already dealing with liver problems. To replace soda, try water infused with fresh fruit or unsweetened tea. These drinks are refreshing and flavorful, without the harmful sugars and additives, helping to preserve liver health. 6. Sausages. Sausages are a highly processed food, containing a combination of saturated fats, salt, and preservatives, which are difficult for the liver to process. Saturated fats are metabolized slowly, and their excess contributes to fat buildup in the liver, worsening fatty liver and increasing liver inflammation. Another issue is the high amount of sodium found in sausages. Too much salt leads to fluid retention and elevated blood pressure, putting extra strain on the liver. This impact is especially harmful for those already with a compromised liver, as it becomes overloaded trying to handle the combined effects of salt and fat. Sausages also contain preservatives like nitrites and nitrates, which can form toxic compounds during digestion. These preservatives add extra strain on the liver, which must metabolize and eliminate these substances. This process stresses liver cells, weakening the liver's ability to fight inflammation and promote regeneration. Replace sausages with healthier protein sources, such as grilled chicken or plant-based proteins, like chickpea or lentil burgers. These options are lighter for the liver and provide higher quality nutrients for the body. 7. Sugary breakfast cereal. Many popular breakfast cereals are loaded with sugar and refined carbohydrates, which cause spikes in glucose and insulin right in the morning. This increase in glucose requires the liver to work quickly to regulate sugar levels, storing the excess as fat. This ongoing process promotes the buildup of fat in the liver, worsening the fatty liver condition. The refined carbohydrates in these cereals provide little to no nutritional value, but overload the liver by quickly converting into glucose. This causes a metabolic response that leads to increased liver fat. The lack of fiber in these cereals also worsens the situation, as fiber is essential for digestion and stabilizing blood sugar levels. In addition to sugars, many cereals contain additives and preservatives that the liver must metabolize, adding toxins to the body. This extra effort overloads the liver and makes it harder for the organ to carry out other essential functions. Over time, consuming sugary breakfast cereals contributes to inflammation and worsens liver conditions. Instead of sugary cereals, choose oats or unsweetened whole grain cereals, which are rich in fiber and nutrients. Add fresh fruits to naturally sweeten the cereal, helping to protect the liver while providing balanced energy. 8. Croissants and puff pastries. Croissants and puff pastries are rich in butter and refined flours, making them high in saturated fat. This type of fat is difficult for the liver to process, leading to fat buildup in liver cells. With frequent consumption, this fat can increase the risk of inflammation and worsen the fatty liver condition. In addition to the fat, the refined flour in these products quickly turns into sugar in the bloodstream, causing spikes in glucose and insulin. This process forces the liver to work overtime to regulate blood sugar while also handling the storage of excess sugar as fat, further compromising liver health. These foods are also low in fiber and nutrients, making the digestive process harder and contributing to a negative impact on the liver. The lack of fiber prevents efficient digestion and increases the liver's workload, making it more difficult to metabolize fats and regulate blood sugar levels. Instead of croissants, opt for whole grain bread or whole grain toast, which are rich in fiber and nutrients. These options have less saturated fat and provide a more balanced digestion, helping to preserve liver health. 9. Frozen pizza. Frozen pizza is a highly processed food containing large amounts of saturated fats and sodium. These saturated fats are difficult to metabolize and can be stored in the liver as fat, increasing the risk of fatty liver. Over time, this fat buildup can cause inflammation and harm liver health. In addition to the fat, frozen pizza is often made with refined flour, which quickly turns into sugar in the body. This increase in glucose triggers insulin spikes, requiring the liver to work harder to regulate blood sugar levels. This extra effort contributes to the liver's overload, worsening pre-existing problems. Frozen pizza also contains preservatives and additives, which add an extra burden on the liver. These artificial components need to be processed and eliminated by the liver, which over time can wear down its functions and make it harder to eliminate toxins and metabolize fats. Instead, try making a homemade pizza with whole wheat crust, fresh tomato sauce, and vegetables. These alternatives are lighter on the liver, provide quality nutrients, and are both delicious and healthy. 10. Store-bought salad dressings. Many store-bought salad dressings are made with refined oils, high levels of sugar, and artificial additives. These ingredients increase the liver's workload, as it needs to metabolize and filter out these substances. Frequent consumption of refined oils and sugar can contribute to fat buildup in the liver, worsening fatty liver conditions. In addition to oils and sugars, these dressings contain preservatives and emulsifiers, substances the liver must process to protect the body from toxins. This process puts the liver under oxidative stress, damaging its functions over time and making it harder for liver cells to regenerate. Store-bought dressings are also often high in sodium, which can lead to fluid retention and increased pressure on the liver. This sodium consumption overloads the organ and makes it harder to balance fluids in the body, further affecting liver function. Make your own homemade dressing using olive oil, lemon juice, balsamic vinegar, and fresh herbs. This alternative provides flavor, healthy nutrients, and doesn't overload the liver, helping to protect and improve its health. 11. Canned chili. Canned chili is often high in saturated fats, sodium, and chemical preservatives. The high saturated fat content forces the liver to work harder to process it, contributing to fat buildup in the liver and worsening fatty liver conditions. This process can also cause inflammation in the organ, weakening its functions over time. The sodium found in canned chili is another risk factor for liver health. Excess salt causes the body to retain more fluids, which raises blood pressure and puts extra strain on the liver. This effect can worsen liver problems and hinder proper blood circulation, interfering with the liver's normal functions. Additionally, the preservatives used to extend the shelf life of canned chili need to be metabolized by the liver, increasing oxidative stress and the toxin load it must eliminate. This can weaken the liver's ability to fight inflammation and regenerate cells, making it harder to treat liver problems. Make a homemade chili with lean meat, such as turkey or chicken, and add fresh vegetables. This homemade alternative is nutritious, lower in fat and sodium, and much easier for the liver to process, helping to protect your liver health. 12. Margarine. Margarine contains trans fats, which are known to be harmful to the liver. These fats are difficult to metabolize and accumulate in the liver, contributing to the buildup of liver fat. Additionally, trans fats increase inflammation in the body, a factor that can worsen fatty liver and other liver diseases. In addition to trans fats, margarine is made with refined vegetable oils and other artificial ingredients. This intense processing creates compounds that, when metabolized by the liver, increase oxidative stress and impair its functions. Regular consumption of margarine over time can weaken the liver, making it harder to process toxins and metabolize fats. Margarine may also contain additives and preservatives that the liver needs to filter, increasing the organ's workload. This buildup of toxins and the constant need to metabolize fats harm liver health, making margarine one of the worst food choices for those with fatty liver. Opt for olive oil or avocado for cooking or spreading on bread. These options are rich in healthy fats and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and protect the liver, offering both flavor and health benefits. In addition to these ultra-processed foods full of additives, did you know that some vegetables could also be hindering your liver's ability to regenerate if you have fatty liver? Click on the video appearing on your screen to learn more about the 10 vegetables that can make fatty liver worse. Stay informed, stay healthy,